Very much for being here with us. My name is Leanne Barrett. I am the chair of the Community Response to Domestic Abuse Western Regional Network, and I'm also the coordinator of Westport Family and Community Resource Centre. On behalf of the network and my colleagues in Galway, Mayo and Roscommon, it is my pleasure to welcome all of you here today to our network's first National Domestic Violence Conference. A community response to domestic abuse marking 20 years of the Western Regional Network.
Benson is my name. I'm the CEO with Women's Aid, so we provide the National Domestic Violence Helpline, a range of other services, and we're also an advocacy support training and campaigning organisation. Events like today are absolutely fantastic because that whole community response, network response is really crucial if we're going to do better to support those who are subjected to abuse, but also make visible the fact that there are perpetrators in our community, and we need to have interventions that cut across all of society, everything from our legal system, employment environments, and right up to into social work, all areas. So this is really walking the talk in terms of what we need to do.
Hi, good afternoon. Adrian Kinsella is my name. I'm a Detective Inspector in the Garda National Protective Services Bureau. I'm delighted to be here on behalf of Garda Síochána to support today's event.
My name is Dr. Sally Corcoran, and I'm very happy that I came here today. I have a PhD in law and human rights law, and have done my research on gender and systemic discrimination. I was with the United Nations for 18 years and dealt with human rights issues and gender issues as well. Currently I'm working as a policy and research officer at Peve Point, Traveller and Roma Centre in Dublin. And I would just like to say that in terms of what I've heard so far, that this is a remarkable day, a remarkable conference, and that the community development approach is so vital. And also, what really resonated with me so far today has been the point about the structures that are in place, patriarchal structures that are in place. And I would like to say that also in terms of my own research, which I conducted over 6 years, and gender discrimination, that people engage in behavior in a society when that behavior is either explicitly or tacitly accepted. So there'll be violence against women, and men will engage in discrimination or violence when somehow the society either explicitly or tacitly accepts that behavior. It's for any type of behavior. So the behavior stops when there is no longer any benefit for engaging in the behavior, and that's across the board. So in terms of gender and sexual-based violence, the same applies. When the penalties for rape are stringent, when the penalties for abusing women and children are stringent, and when there's a systemic approach, a coordinated approach, then those behaviors will lessen, and when the society no longer accepts those behaviors will cease. So I'm looking forward to that day, and in the meantime, such a wonderful group that's here today, and such a fantastic day.
How you doing? My name is Lynn Cahill and I'm here today to represent the LGBT experience of domestic violence and have a chat with people around that issue. And I've been really enjoying the day so far, and I really am happy to get the opportunity to generate awareness on an issue that doesn't get a lot of attention. So thanks to all the organisers, and delighted to be here today.
Hi, my name is Barbara Condon and I'm the CEO with Rahama. Rahama works with women impacted by prostitution and human trafficking. I'm delighted to be here at the conference today on domestic abuse. I think the network have done an amazing job bringing all the partners, all the stakeholders together. The premise that it's built on community development really touches, I suppose, my core, because I have a background in community development. And part of what I'm here today is to highlight the issue of human trafficking. It happens in every town, city and village across the country, and it's hidden in plain sight. So it's important to break that silence and raise awareness on what is the most heinous crime, one of the most heinous crimes in society.
My name is Tessa Collins. I work in Harbour Hotel Travel and Wellness Centre. I'm delighted to be here at this conference today, and especially to highlight the barriers that traveller and Roman women face when leaving a violent situation, but also to be here in solidarity as well, and to be working and networking with other services and making sure that traveller and Roman women get the same outcomes as any woman living in Ireland leaving a violent situation.
Well, I'm Mary McDermott. I'm the CEO of Safe Ireland, and we are an organisation that works in research, advocacy and development in relation to domestic, sexual and gender-based violence. We are also a national network of 39 refuges and support services around the country. So we deal with frontline domestic violence issues on a day-to-day basis. And you can be sure that over the last 3 years, since 2020 with COVID, our frontline services have been pushed to the limit. But at the same token, the country as a whole has engaged very positively. Individuals, groups, communities, civil servants, politicians have really put their shoulder to the wheel on this issue, and we can see the results of that collaboration, that shared analysis, and that desire to end this toxic social problem, because it's certainly not reducible to poor personal choice. We're delighted to be here today in Galway with this networks gathering, and from the point of view of Safe Ireland, certainly the frontline services and agents working together are very important, but none of it will work without a community that is clear, competent, and has capacity to act, has the confidence to do so, and that in turn needs to sit within the national frameworks, fully supported by the state.
Marianne Kelly Sanam Dumsa agus Sefik of Harbour Hotel le DVR Galway. Tá cóhall teáine agriíthe ag Community Response to Domestic Abuse Western Region Network. Tá grúpa de suas an na honnaid achannaí taileí, páirtíochtaí áitiúil agus seirbhísí tosaí ó ar fud cúnda na Gaillimhe, cúnda Mayo agus cúnda Roscommon. Tá an cóhall chun breanú ar cuid de na constachaí atá an mrá sa lá táine bhán agus iad ag folant ó drochaí de baile.
My name is Anna Hageney from Offaly Domestic Violence Support Service. I'm the Ethnic Minority Community Development Worker, and I was here to speak on the panel, which is the first time I did that ever, and I really enjoyed it, even though I was scared. I thought it was a brilliant day, and I think that the more we can do of this kind of talking about it, collaboration, meeting, sharing experiences, it's really good.
Galway.